I'm Danielle, your host of the A Bridge to Motherhood podcast, the place where moms like you learn to thrive, not just survive through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I'm a birth and postpartum doula and a mom of two who's been where you are. My first pregnancy was filled with so much excitement, but it was also marked by stress, anxiety, and fear of the unknown. I thought I had everything mapped out, but when postpartum hit, I realized how unprepared I was for the physical, emotional, and mental toll of motherhood. It was overwhelming, lonely, and nothing like I imagined. When I found out I was pregnant again, I knew I needed to approach things differently. I made it my mission to not only prepare for postpartum, but to prioritize myself in the process. That shift changed everything. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Whether you're navigating your first pregnancy, feeling buried under endless advice, or struggling to figure out what you actually need for postpartum, this podcast is your safe space. You'll find practical tips, honest conversations, and expert insights to help you feel informed, supported, and empowered through every stage of motherhood. If you're ready to feel confident, prepared, and truly supported in your motherhood journey, stick around. This is for you. Hey friends, welcome back to the Bridge to Motherhood podcast. I am so excited about today's episode because I know how important this is to so many moms, whether you are pregnant for the first time and nervous about it or you are living it currently. Today's episode is titled Dealing with Exhaustion: How to Get More Sleep as a New Mom. Let's just dive right in. I know that every single new mom can relate to exhaustion. I remember so vividly those early days of motherhood and later days of motherhood too, when my baby was constantly waking every 2 hours to eat, maybe less, and I felt like I was living in a constant state of exhaustion. My sweet baby boy, who is now 3, still struggles with sleep, and he would wake me up 4 to 5 times a night, even at 6 months old. The days just blurred together, and my body and mind felt like I was running on empty. The truth is, no one warns you how hard it is to find rest when you're caring for a newborn. The sleep deprivation can feel like this fog that never lifts, and the exhaustion can feel totally overwhelming because your brain is not working the way that it normally does. But here's the good news. Even if you don't want to sleep train, you're fine with waking up multiple times a night, there are still ways that you can try to prioritize more rest. Now, of course, we are talking about sleep here in general, but I want to preface this by saying that sometimes you simply can't sleep for any number of reasons. So when you can't sleep, you can prioritize resting your mind, your body, your soul. Tip number 1, we are going to talk about the age-old sleep when your baby sleeps. This is such a cliche. How many people have told you this? So true. And originally, you might think, oh yes, I can totally sleep every time my baby naps. But sometimes the problem is that you are so worried about the next time that they're going to wake that you just cannot get your body to rest. Or maybe you have a baby that likes to cat nap. They're only going to sleep for 15 to 20 minutes at a time. Or maybe you just simply want to prioritize something else during those naps. Number 1, I don't want you to dismiss it completely because this can work for people. If you've got a good napper, you can choose to take a nap during that time. Whether you are going to prioritize sleep every time your baby lays down, which in the first week or two, probably wise since you are feeding so often. But as baby even gets older, maybe you choose to prioritize one nap a day where you say, I'm leaving the laundry, I'm leaving the dishes, and I am going to rest during this time. Again, if you can't sleep, that's fine. Don't put yourself under too much pressure. Just choose to rest. And for every person, that's going to be different. Maybe you just want to close your eyes and listen to a podcast or some nice music. Maybe you want to read a book. Maybe you want to relax by watching one of your favorite shows that makes you laugh. Even if it's just for a short time, it can help recharge your batteries. A while back, I read a book called M is for Mama. I believe she has 10 children. And in there, she talked about how she was a fan of the power nap and how that really rejuvenated her throughout the day. I can't power nap. If I fall asleep, I'm going to be out for a while, but power naps might be great for you. If you can close your eyes for 10 to 15 minutes and you feel refreshed, go for it. Number 2, my tip is to create a sleep-friendly environment for yourself. It's almost like learning to sleep train yourself. It's not just about the quantity of your sleep, but the quality of your sleep. Things that can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Keep your bedroom a space that's very calming. Keep it dark, quiet, cool. If you don't have blackout curtains already, maybe you get some of those. Maybe you use a noise machine or a fan to drown out distractions. I learned the second time around, if I was going to attempt to take a nap and allow someone else to care for the baby at that time, I would put in my loop earplugs so that I wasn't tempted to wake, because babies may cry for any number of reasons. They may not be hungry yet, or maybe you've chosen to pump or give a bottle another way, and having those earplugs in can help you make sure that you are not going to be woken up before the set time. Avoid screen time before bed. This is so hard with our phones now, especially. I think so often we want to be on our phones while we're nursing or feeding baby, and then when it's time to sleep, it's really hard because you've had that blue light in your face. Of course, you can turn on those nighttime settings on your phone, and I think even some of the new TVs have those settings, but it can really mess with your body's natural sleep cycle. Try making your sleep space a sanctuary for yourself to help your body and mind relax and rest more deeply, even if it's just for a short time. Tip number 3, ask for help. If you want more sleep, this is going to be necessary. It's easy, again, to feel like you have to do everything. We've talked about this in previous episodes as a new mom. You want to be super mom. You want to take care of baby. You want to maintain the clean house. You maybe are even thinking about going back to work already and how you want to tackle your career. Asking for help is a game changer. Whether you are asking your partner to take over time with the baby, a family member, a trusted friend, if someone is willing to come and hold your baby so that you can get a little shut-eye, don't hesitate to ask for that break so you can catch up on that much needed sleep. And if you can, try to take shifts with your partner during the night. One of you can handle feedings or baby care while the other gets a solid stretch of sleep. If you are nursing, one great way to do this is have your partner do the diaper changes and kind of settle the baby. Then again at the end when you are done nursing so that you can just go right back to sleep. Tip number 4, prioritize rest over tasks. It is so easy to get caught up in our endless to-do list cycle. Do the laundry, do the dishes, take care of the baby, and all the other things that just have to be done as part of our daily lives. But the hard truth is that we have to prioritize our postpartum healing and our well-being. Instead of pushing yourself to get everything done, focus on getting the rest you need. Let go of that perfect mom myth and remember that your health, physical, mental, and emotional, is more important than that laundry pile. Your baby needs you at your best, So prioritize rest to make sure that you can show up for yourself and your little one. A tip that I love to give my postpartum clients is to keep a little notebook by your bed. So if you are trying to fall asleep and your mind keeps racing, you can write down everything that's coming to mind, and then you're able to let that go, hopefully, and get the much needed rest that you need. Tip number 5, take care of your mental health. Exhaustion isn't just about being physically tired. Your mental health can really wear on you and make your body feel so tired. There's such an emotional toll that comes along with motherhood, and combined with the lack of sleep, that can lead to burnout quickly, anxiety, and depression. So that's why it's so important to take care of your mental health in order to help you sleep. If you're struggling with sleep deprivation and it's affecting your mood or mental clarity, reach out to a professional in your area. I always recommend seeking a perinatal mental health certified counselor. Sometimes just having someone to talk to can really help you process what you're going through and ease some of that mental weight. The other thing that I like to bring up is the fact that if there is something in particular that is causing you a lot of stress, like for example, maybe your baby is really struggling with breastfeeding, taking care of your mental health could be going to see a lactation counselor that can help you strategize and figure out ways to get more sleep. There are so many amazing providers out there that are so good at what they do and can help you get down to root issues and can help you figure out plans and just different things that you may never have thought of to help you get better sleep and to impact you and your baby in a positive way. So do not be afraid to reach out to a professional, but also to your circle of mom friends or a support group that you're in for moms, a mom meetup. So many moms are just so willing to share their experiences, to help brainstorm with you, and just be along for the ride and offering that emotional support that you need. I know this season of life can be so tough, and sometimes sleep feels like it's never going to happen again, but I promise you that eventually you will get more sleep. It may not be perfect, it may not be what you are used to, but everything is a season, and if you keep that in mind, it's going to help you get through those very tough moments of sleep deprivation. If you found these tips helpful, I want to invite you to download my free resource. You can find that at abridgetomotherhood.com/newmom or in the show notes. There is a whole section in there about getting more sleep, and that's kind of just the precursor to what I continue to talk about in my ebook and then in one-on-one sessions. So if you are really struggling with this idea of getting enough sleep, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to work with you on this and point you in the direction of some resources that can help you get the sleep that you are craving. Thanks so much for tuning in to the A Bridge to Motherhood podcast. I'm so glad you were here today. If you loved this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a review for the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on, share it with a friend, or snap a screenshot and tag me on social media. If you decide to leave me a review, go to abridgetomotherhood.com/review. That link is also in the show notes, so that I can send you a little gift in the mail. Your support helps other moms to find the podcast, and it truly means the world to me. Remember, your motherhood journey deserves your care and attention. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, mama, and don't worry, I'm here to help every step of the way. See you soon.